You're standing in the grocery store staring at your receipt. Same cart, same store, but somehow it's $40 more than last month. You didn't buy anything crazy. No steak, no fancy stuff, just the usual stuff, and the number still climbed. That's the strange part about money. It rarely disappears in one big moment. It disappears in tiny bites you barely notice, until one day you're staring at your bank balance, wondering where it all went. You didn't take some wild vacation. You didn't buy a car you couldn't afford. It was just small stuff, over and over, quietly chipping away at your account until the damage added up to something real. Then you hear people online saying things like, just save more, just budget better, just invest already. But if it were really that simple, everyone would already be doing it. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Most people aren't broke because of one huge mistake. They're stuck because of small habits they repeat every single week without even realizing it. Today I'm walking you through 7 of those habits, the ones quietly draining your bank account, and exactly how to fix each one starting this week. My name is Nathan, and I spend way too much time studying why some people build wealth easily while others feel stuck no matter how hard they work. If your paycheck seems to vanish faster than it should, stick around, because mistake number 4 might be the one costing you the most. Let's start with mistake number 1, not knowing where your money actually goes. Most people think they know their spending. They don't. Research from the Federal Reserve found that households routinely underestimate their discretionary spending by hundreds of dollars a month. Why? Because small purchases don't feel important in the moment. A coffee here, a subscription there, none of it feels like a big deal. But here's where it gets interesting. Spend just $15 a day on random small stuff, and you're looking at around $450 a month. That's over $5,000 a year. Invest that same amount every year at an 8% return, and in 20 years, it could grow past $250,000. The fix is simple. Track every purchase for 7 days. Not forever, just 1 week. You'll be shocked at what shows up. Awareness alone changes behavior. Once you can actually see where the money leaks out, you naturally start plugging the holes. But this raises another problem. What happens once you finally do start earning more? That's where things get tricky. And it brings us to mistake number 2, lifestyle inflation. Here's something strange about how our brains work. The moment income goes up, spending goes up right along with it, almost automatically. Picture someone who gets a raise, going from $3,000 a month to $4,000. Instead of saving that extra $1,000, they upgrade their apartment, lease a nicer car, and start eating out more. A year later, they're earning more than ever, and somehow feel just as broke as before. The solution? When your income goes up, let your savings go up first. Even putting half of every raise straight into savings can completely change your financial trajectory over time. Mistake number 3, leaning on credit cards to cover everyday expenses. Credit cards aren't the enemy. Used right, they're actually useful. But the average credit card interest rate in the US now sits above 20%, and that changes everything. Say you're carrying a $5,000 balance. Making only minimum payments, you could be paying it off for years, handing over thousands of dollars in interest along the way. Think of it like investing in reverse. Instead of compounding working for you, it's working against you just as hard. The fix? Stop charging anything you can't pay off by the end of the month. Mistake number 4, and this might be the most expensive one on this list, waiting too long to start investing. Picture 2 people. One starts investing $200 a month at age 25. The other waits until 35 to start the exact same amount. Assuming an 8% return, by the time they both turn 65, the first person ends up with roughly $700,000. The second person ends up with about $300,000. Same monthly amount, same return. The only difference is 10 years. That's the real cost of waiting. Mistake number 5, having no emergency fund. Life throws curveballs, cars break down, medical bills show up out of nowhere. Jobs change without warning, Reports from Bankrate show a huge share of Americans can't even cover a surprise $1,000 expense in cash. Without savings, those surprises land straight on a credit card, and suddenly you're back to mistake number 3. One unexpected bill turns into months of interest payments, and the cycle just keeps feeding itself. Financial planners usually suggest 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up. If that feels like too much right now, start smaller. Your only goal at first should be $1,000 sitting in cash, untouched, waiting for the day life inevitably throws you a curveball. Mistake number 6, believing small savings don't matter. I hear this constantly. Saving $50 a month, what difference could that possibly make? Let's actually do the math. $50 a month is $600 a year. Invested at 8% for 30 years, that turns into roughly $70,000. Bump it up to $200 a month, and you're looking at close to $300,000. Wealth almost never comes from one giant decision. It comes from small, boring, consistent choices repeated for years. Mistake number 7, and maybe the most important one, not having a simple system. Without a system, everything feels chaotic. Bills sneak up on you. Spending becomes emotional. Saving becomes whatever's left over, if anything is left at all. Think about trying to get in shape with no plan, no routine, nothing written down. It almost never works. Money is exactly the same. Something as simple as the 50-30-20 rule, or automating your savings so it moves before you even see it, removes the need for constant willpower. Your savings happen before you ever get the chance to spend them. Now, 7 mistakes is a lot to take in, and if a few of these sound uncomfortably familiar, you're not alone. Most people are guilty of 2 or 3 of these at the exact same time. Here's what most people get wrong about wealth. They assume it comes from a massive income, but study after study on millionaires shows the opposite. Most of them didn't get there through some giant windfall. They got there through consistent, almost boring habits, repeated for years. Which means your financial future isn't shaped by one big decision. It's shaped by hundreds of small ones you make every single month. You don't need to fix all 7 of these overnight. Trying to change everything at once usually backfires. Pick one. Track your spending this week. Start a tiny emergency fund. Set up an automatic transfer. Pay a little extra toward that credit card balance. Small wins build momentum, and momentum is what actually changes your financial life. So here's my question for you. Out of these 7, which one hit closest to home? If this helped even a little, hit subscribe, because your future bank balance will thank you.